Continuing an exceptionally busy program of worldwide exhibits, Arnold Defense displayed 4 land LGR-4 Fletcher laser-guided rocket launchers at AUSA 2019. Following exceptional levels of international interest since its launch, the company has further developed a number of supplementary ground and maritime-based concepts, expanding Fletcher's utility into the arena of unmanned ground vehicles, naval and littoral platforms. Arnold Defense has also recently revealed the newest member of their rocket launcher family, the Multiple Launch Hydra System, or MLHS. The MLHS holds 23 rockets offering the same capability as Fletcher, but with dramatically greater capacity, and is set to transform the surface defense world by delivering a low-cost, high-capacity surgical strike capability. The configurations of Fletcher on displays at this year's AUSA showcased some of the system's versatility.
Hi, I'm Kendall Lunson. I'm with General Dynamics Land Systems. I am a manager of business development, and I am responsible for the IM-SHORAD and other Stryker platforms as well. Well, the Army has recognized that there is a capability gap within the short-range air defense capability in the Army. So this particular capability behind me is a system that's going to mitigate and meet that capability gap. Stryker is the largest installed base capability in the Army today. They recognize that it's a survivable, sustainable vehicle that's on the battlefield today, and it's proven itself through time and time again, particularly in the last war with Afghanistan and Iraq as well. What I'd like to do is to explain to you the reconfigurable integrated weapons platform here. What you're going to have on this platform here is you're going to have a 30 millimeter, which is here in the middle. It's an XM914. You'll also over here you'll have a Stinger, 4 Stingers that are on that particular turret there as well. You'll also have the Longbow Hellfire missiles as well. There are 2 on there as well. And then you'll also have a 7.62 coaxial weapon as well on this particular system here. The system right here has a FAD-C2 that takes all the radar tracks and be able to take multiple radar tracks within an area that they're operating in. And then it also has has our onboard radar, which is a multi-mission hemispheric radar that's on this vehicle as well. It is an onboard radar that would allow the vehicle, when it's not in the range of another radar, to be able to take onboard tracks and be able to fire and defeat. It all has to do with the threat that we are anticipating or expect to encounter on the battlefield. We're recognizing that rotary wing, fixed wing, and also unmanned aerial systems are also a threat that we face today on the battlefield. None of our maneuver formations at this time have a capability within that formation, and this will fit that maneuver formation's capability gap.
My name is Ryan Anger. I'm the program manager for Bell's V-280 Valor program. So what you see here behind me is a mock-up of the V-280 Valor. What you see on the screen above you is a video from our flight test, our 135 hours of flight test of the aircraft. So what we set out to do is create an aircraft that would have twice the speed, twice the range of today's existing Black Hawk platform, as well as have 6K95 capability and have level 1 handling qualities and agility. And so what we've proven out in partnership with the Army, we started this effort in 2013, the Joint Multi-Role Tech Demonstrator effort. So in partnership with the Army, Army XPs embedded in our team, Army engineers, etc., we've been developing this aircraft to prove out all those key performance parameters that Bell established to get the high speed, the long range, and the great agility. Our focus is on an assault aircraft, but we can look at employing common launch tubes, we can look at weaponizing the aircraft. It makes a great medevac platform because of its speed and range capability. And if you walk around the booth, you can see some of the other stations where we look at sustainment of the aircraft as well. So it's not about just fielding an incredible capability, it's after you field it, how do you sustain the aircraft? So we put a lot of focus on the sustainment piece of the aircraft and the affordability as well for not just recurring cost of the aircraft, but for the sustainment cycle in addition. So the main advantage of the tiltrotor configuration, it's a very successful platform as evidenced by the V-22 and its success, but essentially the wing gives you the ability to go fast and to have great efficiency in doing so, which gives you the range. This aircraft took the best of what we learned from the 500,000 flight hours of the V-22 and rolled it into an aircraft that's sized and configured for the Army assault mission. So when you look at the nacelles, you've got engines approximately 50 feet apart. You've got nothing above the cabin in terms of engines and gearboxes and things of that nature. So very survivable in a crash situation. The aircraft is designed for single engine operation, so if you do lose an engine, you've got a drive shaft that connects and links both of the rotors. You can continue to fly safely, and you can continue to fly very quickly back to base. The unique thing about this aircraft relative to V-22 is the engine is non-rotating. So we've fixed the engine, we're going to have an IR suppressor, we're going to have an inlet barrier filter, and we've really increased the maintainability of that entire nacelle and the affordability of operating this aircraft. We're about 6 years into the Joint Multi-Role Technology Demonstrator Program. That's drawing to a close. We've got over 135 flight hours on the aircraft. We've got over 250 operational hours. We spent a lot of time developing and wringing out all the systems and subsystems, taking them through rigorous testing to make sure we've got the technology at a maturity level that we can enter into a program of record with relatively low risk. From a capacity standpoint, it's designed for 12 fully loaded troops in the back. For a speed standpoint, 280 knots was our initial design point. The aircraft, we've demonstrated over 300 knots of speed capability. So one of the things we designed into the V-280 for that Army assault mission was the 6-foot wide sliding cabin door. So we recognize that it's incredibly important to be able to ingress and egress out of the aircraft as quickly as possible. So we have a fully reconfigurable interior, but the 6-foot wide sliding side door also gives you capability to have do an effective hoist operations out the side. And what you can see here is an option for a hoist. On the other side, we're demonstrating the capability to do fast rope. We are firm believers in the Army's modernization priorities, and we've worked very hard with the Army, and we've been successful in reducing risk for the future long-range assault aircraft, and we're ready to deliver first unit equipped by 2030.
I'm Scott DeBolt. I'm the president of CMI Defence America, and we are a John Cockerill company, which is a Belgian-based defense firm. So we built turrets and lethality systems associated with medium and large caliber. And what you see behind you is a cooperative research and development project that we did with ARDEC here in the United States. We built the turret that's there with the U.S. 813 30mm cannon with the capability to expand it to take the 913, the US 50mm. The features of this turret meet or exceed the Stryker lethality, draft, CDD, or user requirements. It uses the 813 gun, which is 30mm. It's reloadable under armor. It has hatches on top to give 360 SA, graceful degradation of the fire control system with complete manual backup. So there's quite a bit that you can do here with this system that really makes it easy for the soldiers to operate. It also incorporates the ARDEC fire control system, MCAS, which was designed by soldiers, the master gunners at Fort Benning, in cooperation with ARDEC, and for soldiers to use to make it very simple for them to do airburst engagements. John Cockerill as a whole, CMI Defense as a whole, provides advanced lethality solutions from 120 all the way down to 30mm. So, we have the experience. The company's been around for over 200 years, and we've been building guns in Europe since about 1830. So there's a long heritage here of exactly what we're doing, and the transfer of that to the U.S. is kind of special.
My name is Jim Cerulli. This is the deFNder series. This is our medium deFNder that we've integrated with the M230 LF or the XM914, which is the military designation. It is one of three products that we offer in the deFNder series. This is a medium deFNder. We have the light deFNder, and we have the C deFNder, which is a marinized variant of the medium deFNder. This is a highly modular weapon station, remote weapon station, that can take the M240 LF, it can take the Mark 19, the GAU 21, and a M2 as well. Now this is a highly robust remote weapon station that can restrain the forces. We have a special dampening system built into the orbital ATK weapon system that absorbs that energy and transfers it to the mast. The mast has substantial stability and can maintain high precision with this type of weapon. So the result is that it's a very accurate system. This weapon package with our deFNder station is highly accurate at substantial ranges. This is a highly modular system that can be mounted on manned as well as unmanned vehicles. We've also mounted it on some maritime vessels. So the mounting position is just a small bolt circle and some cables that connect to a power box and a display unit. So on manned systems, it's very simple to integrate. On unmanned systems, you need to put a RF link in between some of the components, but again, it's highly modular and easy to integrate. So this is our manned operating station, or OCU. It basically has a palm grip with the motion functions and camera functions built into it. It has day and night vision that you can switch between. The control buttons around here bring up various menus and operations that you would normally carry out when it's on a manned vehicle.
I'm the Program Engineering Manager for the General Motors Defense Infantry Squad Vehicle Program. What we have here today is our submission that's based on the Chevrolet Colorado ZR2 commercially available production program. We've reconfigured the body structure and upper structure to accommodate 9 occupants per the request from the customer. The vehicle is 70% commercial off-the-shelf components, heavily based on a ZR2 performance variant with the addition of some specific high-performance racing suspension components. So our vehicle uses 2.8-liter turbo diesel, which produces 186 horsepower from the factory. We use a 6-speed automatic transmission with special calibrations and software to bypass some of the emission systems or the customer's requirements. Vehicle speed, we're not ready to announce the vehicle speed yet, but I can tell you it has a custom calibration that we as a parent General Motors company can tap into the software and controls to provide custom calibrations. So this vehicle uses a custom rollover protection system that is made out of lightweight steel, which allows us to have a low center of gravity, which improves the vehicle stability and control and handling, as well as its mobility and motivity. So the front seats are adjustable fore aft, as well as up and down. The remaining 7 seats are troop carrier seats that flip up, so if there's flexibility needed to store other items, the seats can be stowed out of the way, as well as easily removed. The current program phase is in the prototype phase. We are under an OTA prototype contract to provide 2 prototype vehicles in early November of this year. The program team will then evaluate the vehicles for 3 months, and they will down select to the production contract award winner in March. The U.S. Army will finalize the program in March of 2020.